Okay, let's go. Get this underway. Firstly, thank you everyone again for tuning in. This is the Unfunded Podcast. We are on to episode 7. Sorry, I've been battling with that one.
Been struggling with that all day.
I keep forgetting. Sorry, we missed last week's episode. Unfortunately, we were out of action. Sarah was underwater in her basement.
Yes, we did have some flooding in the garage area.
Yeah,
but
that was annoying.
It was very annoying. It was like all the way up to our knees, like coming through. So we had to move the car out of the lower area up into the higher. And I was like, what if it gets even more? And then we just get flooded in. And
then
you got to swim out like Titanic. Like
you're going, good training for you.
Yeah,
you got a triathlon coming up.
That's not happening.
A little insurance.
Yeah, for sure. Again, I'm Lachlan Jones, professional athlete. This is my good friend
Leighton Wall, also a athlete.
It's had a rough week. And this is...
I'm Sarah, the producer.
Awesome. We are super happy to be back in your ears. We missed...
In your rears.
In your ears? In your ears. You said it, not me.
I did.
Again, sorry we missed last week. We kind of got caught out a little bit.
Yeah.
I listened to the pod from 2 weeks ago, and we underestimated how bad the cyclone was. We thought it was just going to be a bit of bad weather. I definitely was super suspicious. I mean, we were all right.
Yeah, we were fine. We didn't lose anything really, did we?
No power.
Yeah.
I had like one fence panel blow out, but that was it. We got that fixed the next day.
Wow.
Honestly, we just kind of made money. Centrelink paid us $1,000.
What?
Did you not get the payment?
No, I didn't get a payment.
No,
Is it for young people though, maybe?
Yeah, you got to be under 35.
Frauding the system.
Oh, I'm 35.
Oh, you have to be 34 or under.
Are you serious?
I'm making
sure. I hate you so much. I was like, we're going to get... How do you get money? What is
I don't know. My friend did it for me. Just sign up on MyGov. You could, hopefully the government's not listening.
No, that's
they probably are now.
Yeah.
It's allowed. It's allowed.
Yeah. So there's a government payment for it because people obviously
lost work.
Like, well, we had this cancelled.
Yeah.
This is work.
This was work.
Yeah, this is work.
It is.
I missed a couple of very important meetings because of that.
I can't believe you guys didn't lose power.
Nah, nothing. We were fine.
We were good actually. Yeah,
we were obviously in a good little pocket. I feel like our area, because we live very close to each other, so I feel like our area was a little bit of a safe pocket.
It was like the haven.
I think
safe haven.
The only annoying thing, I guess, was training. That was really the annoying thing.
Yeah, inside for what?
Yeah,
a week was.
I mean, I only did one bike session indoors. I just can't stand riding indoors.
Yeah.
The pool was shut, so obviously we couldn't swim with our normal swim squad. So that obviously affected, I guess, training pretty heavily. So that was frustrating. But
can you run? Do you guys run on treadmills and stuff as well?
Yeah, we ended up going to the gym.
I braved it.
Did you?
I just ran outside.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't really care. I just can't run inside. Yeah. It's so boring.
It is.
It was pretty grim for the week that we had to do it, to be honest. Like, just everything indoors. Like, I don't mind a little trainer, I'll admit.
Every session.
Not every session.
I'm saying if you have to do it every session.
Every session, it's a pain. Like, big pain. Like, you just sat there staring at a wall, sweating.
Yeah.
And it's worse. You're way more humid. You sweat way more. Oh, it's grim.
Yeah.
But you have to get around the gym memberships.
How are you getting around gym memberships?
The free gym memberships.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to a different gym every week, just signing up for this 7-day trial and then moving on?
No, they're on me. They keep messaging me now. Man, they keep messaging me trying to get me to sign up for the full thing.
Yeah.
Of course.
I signed up myself and then I stitched up my brother. And
signed in under his name. Yeah, no.
What?
Yeah.
We lost power for 4 days, or three to 4 days. Yeah.
I couldn't.
Thursday to
I'd
Sunday.
lose my mind.
It was
nuts.
It was like COVID, like 2.0.
A lot of people said that.
Like that.
It felt like COVID.
But then it was way worse because
you had no power.
Yeah.
You had no power. Couldn't even get a vape. It was very. That was me running out of vape.
You got the athlete issues. We couldn't train, and Sarah's issues. She couldn't get a vape.
Yeah, literally.
She couldn't charge it up.
Yeah, couldn't charge it up. No,
dire.
Not my blue ice cherry.
My nicotine addiction.
I was out there on Friday, just like driving around, trying to find somewhere that was open, and there was no one open, so I was having a panic attack.
I need my puffer.
Exactly. I'm so sorry. I know it's not cool.
Yeah,
right, it's not cool.
That's fine.
Maybe instead of couch to 10K, we need to
wean you off the vape.
Yeah. That would be ideal, actually. I'd love to quit, but
on a lighter note, Our footy teams are killing it.
I know.
Yeah. You know how the other week we said both, unfortunately, we go for these two teams?
Yeah.
We're killing it.
They're
now.
winning.
Oh, they're winning.
Well, we won our first game.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and we've won 1 from 2, which is big.
Oh, I only watched you one.
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Well, we lost to the the West Tigers, not we.
No, it's we.
Yeah.
Me and them.
I'm part of it. Me and them. We lost to Newcastle Knights, unfortunately.
Oh.
But it was a
I didn't
little
watch the
loss,
first one.
and then big win last week against the Eagles.
You've actually got a pretty good side now.
Yeah, Jerome Luai.
Yeah, you've got one big signing.
Yeah,
And that's
a
just brought the
couple
team
others.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't follow it
Hopefully,
enough. But that's the only one I know.
Yeah,
Big
that's
one.
pretty much it.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched the rugby league for about 2 years because they've gotten a wooden spoon 2 years in a
Yeah, I
row.
heard they were horrible.
So
yeah. Well, it's good that both of our teams are, like, the Crows just won massively. We're reversing the Saints, which is a really shit team, but a win's a win.
A win.
You take it.
2
You
points.
take it.
They must have heard us talking about them, and they're like, "Oh, the
Well,
Unfunded are supporting
we
us.
also-
Rise up, boys!"
We
Like,
follow them on Instagram as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the Unfunded account follows them on Instagram. We both when you told us to go follow, you told us
Who
to
we
go
want.
follow important accounts. We went and followed the Tigers
footy
and
teams.
the Crows.
that was it.
Yeah,
Good
that's
work,
it.
guys.
Only
Well
two
done.
accounts. Probably the most important news. How's your couch to 10K going? How are you running?
So
The cyclone didn't help.
No, so the cyclone really didn't help. I was like, oh, it should be fine, and then everything shut down. So I only went running once that week.
So you've only
That's all-
since the podcast you've only done one run.
No, so
That
I
was
went
2 weeks
running
ago.
again
Oh, it's 2 weeks.
last week.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to do Tuesday, right? I'm going to run Tuesday, and then I'll run Saturday as well. And then I've just moved into a new place and my furniture arrived.
Right.
And Saturday I didn't really feel like doing it, so I didn't do it. So I only ran once. Sorry.
That's all right.
So
That's
it's
all
not,
right.
So it's not going great.
No, it's not going great. But that being said, the
What did you
second
do?
time
What did you?
I was doing what you said. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, for running for 1 kilometer, walking for 200, and the second time that I went running, I did a lot better. I was a lot faster.
Felt better.
Yeah,
Do you reckon you could run a full 5K right now?
I
Without stopping?
think it would be pretty hard. It's
But
still
doable.
quite difficult for me. Like at the back end of that second K of running, I'm
Right.
like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
How long
I'm
did you say
dying.
to do it for?
So five,
Should know this.
5K,
Yeah. It was for 5K.
So
Should know
4.
Need to get her on the training
Yeah.
program.
yeah.
Right one
That's what I
up.
need.
I'll give you a Training Peaks subscription. I'll get you on there.
Seriously, I'm into it. Now, but I will this week. I will go twice. Okay, I
Okay.
promise.
Cool.
Perfect.
Oh,
All
I
right.
can't wait to hear about it next week.
Yep. Shit. Oh my
no, I've got to do it now. I've said it.
I know.
So probably the big thing for us, I guess, we had our first, or I guess our
Yeah. First domestic
well,
race of the year.
my first one, I guess your
Yeah, my
second one.
Yeah.
Devonport Oceania Championships.
Okay.
So this is pretty big for us. I guess this was our first serious race of the year. It was probably early on to have a standard distance champs.
Yeah, it
you'd
was.
say.
Well,
Like,
we haven't raced anything like in Australia yet at all.
No.
And start off with an Olympic distance.
yeah, an Olympic distance and
It's
a,
pretty
and a
rough.
championship, championship
exactly.
race
It
too.
wasn't even just a normal
Yeah,
Conti.
usually you go to a normal Conti first or like a little bit more laid
Yeah.
back, but this one was pretty serious.
Yeah, it was straight into it,
Straight
wasn't it?
into
And
it.
straight into Devonport as well.
Yeah, yeah. So
Like a pretty brutal course.
obviously you wouldn't know, but this Devonport course is kind of known for its very brutal bike course.
Okay.
It's got a
Hill.
incredibly steep hill. They call it it's like North Street Hill.
Yeah.
Oh.
and
what
it's-
degree are we talking? Like a 45?
It-
just up.
it's steep.
like a
Yeah.
bit more than
it's
that?
just steep.
Okay.
I don't.
Just
do you know what
steep.
degree it is?
Oh, nah, probably like, what, 12%?
No, I
12.
think it's more than 12.
Is it?
No, because that's okay. So that's 90, right?
Yeah.
So that would be 45.
Yeah.
Is
Also-
it like 45?
No.
Less than that. 12.
I think 45 is like pretty.
Yeah,
That's like
it's like pretty
steep.
steep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
not
it's
that
it's
steep.
it's steep. It's very. It's one of those ones.
12,
It's
maybe
just
12.
it's a
It just
real
burns,
grind. Yeah,
yeah.
real grind
Yeah.
to get up.
Get up.
Actually, firstly, Devonport. We got to Devonport. We got some more mentions about the pod.
Really?
Yeah.
So sorry, were you both in this race together?
Yeah,
We were both in this
oh,
race.
Okay. Yeah.
Obviously, it kind of went under the radar a little bit because we didn't have last week's episode. So we would have
Yes.
obviously spoken about it last week, but
Yeah.
because we couldn't,
Okay.
Right.
we couldn't have. But yeah,
Oh,
this
bummer.
is
So-
again, this is. So I don't know. Obviously, probably you wouldn't know, but Oceania Championships, Australia, New Zealand,
Oceania.
Yeah.
Oceania,
Oceania,
obviously,
yes.
the continent.
Right.
It's the continent's championship race, essentially.
Oh.
So it's a pretty big deal. Like you get some big points. Like a lot of the best guys come here. It's a selection race for Leighton.
23s,
for world champs. So for Leighton to go to Wollongong, it was a selection race for Wollongong.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was a big deal for a lot of athletes. Same with the juniors, the under-19s. It was a selection race.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't a selection race for me as an elite athlete, but it was still a very important race. I guess you get some big points.
A lot of points.
A lot of athletes go to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of the big ones for you. It was Australian champs as well.
Doubled as Australian
as
champs.
Oceania and Australian champs.
Yeah.
This race.
And Wollongong's the one that we keep talking
That
about.
was
Yeah.
later.
That's
Yeah,
the big
yeah.
one. So a qualification race for that.
So it had a lot of meaning, I guess, this race.
Yeah.
For a lot of people.
And we got pod mentions.
We did.
What happened?
You got one mid. We both got one mid race actually.
What?
Yeah, we were mid race, and somebody I was running, and I think it was one of the Kiwi girls or one of the Aussie. It might have been Aspen Anderson, but I ran past, and they were like, "Go Lockie!" And as soon as I kind of just got past them, they're like, "Do it for the pod."
Do it for the pod.
Yeah.
No way.
I wanted to be like, "Yep, we'll do. That's why I'm out here. I'm doing it for the pod." That's the motivation. yeah.
So
Good
you
at that.
So
I'll
you
go win
said
now.
you said nothing back.
No, of course not. I
Come
snubbed them.
on.
Oh, mid
You
race.
snubbed them.
I think I was at like the 5K mark, and I'm
Just
there,
suffering.
Yeah, I'm trying to run for a result there, and
These
I'm
are our biggest fans.
sorry that comes first.
Shout out to those ladies.
I think Lulu and Aspen.
Yeah,
it was one of
probably,
those
yeah.
two. They
They're
were together.
characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are the main characters.
And then I had it around probably the same lap,
yeah,
and one of the staff members goes, "Go anchor!"
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you
It was
anchored
Come on the
last
anchor. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
He also came up to us the day before and shook both of our hands and said, like, "Boys, that's the funniest shit I've heard in a long time." Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
that's
good.
awesome.
It
That
was
makes me
cool.
feel great.
Nah, so that's definitely a bit of
Keep
a
it coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
We like hearing good things.
Yeah.
Positive
Don't
feedback.
say bad things though. We don't want to hear the
Yeah.
bad things. Leave that yourself.
You
I
can
reckon.
send me the constructive criticism so
Yeah,
I can
send
help
us
the
to
boys.
Sarah.
Just give it to them very gently.
Yeah, we don't deal with it well.
No.
We get that.
Rejection.
I guess we'll go through a bit of a recap. Obviously, we both raced. I guess there's probably some mixed emotions with the race. Do you want to go first, or
Yeah.
I mean, I've got you on the run sheet first, but I can go first if you want.
Oh yeah, let's get it out of the way. I mean, I'll just sum it up pretty quickly. To be honest, like I didn't race how I wanted to, and I guess there's not much more to be said about it. I guess I just didn't perform like I wanted to, and pretty disappointed in the end. But
What did you
that's
come
racing.
in the end? Do you
I
know?
was 17th in the end.
And out of how many?
I don't know.
I think there was
Quite a lot.
50, 60 people on this
Yeah,
one.
I don't know.
Still
It was
very,
between
still
50,
very
60.
good.
Yeah.
Where we
But-
under 23.
Oh, I was 10th under 23, so
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah, not the greatest.
Where do you think you went wrong? Is there any particular part?
Oh,
I'll tell you where. You made the front pack again.
Well, yeah, exactly.
What is it?
Leighton's like honestly in training one of the best swimmers in the field. Like Leighton could be an incredible swimmer. We swim train together, and he beats me most times. Like he's an incredible swimmer, but for some reason, and it frustrates me every time we race, he does not make the front pack. Like he just doesn't swim front pack. And I've said this to him so many times.
Yeah, I
you're
know.
a front pack swimmer. Why? Like I just, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
yeah. Anyway, I guess that's probably where.
it's one of those things that'll one day click. Like,
Yeah,
you just know.
hopefully,
You just
yeah.
know it'll. No, not hopefully it will.
Yeah.
Like
It
it will one
will.
day click. Like you've got the ability. The ability's there. When it clicks,
Yeah,
and you'll be in the
so-
front pack every time.
I mean, that was probably like the start of the end, I guess. Maybe
it was
for
true.
my
It was
race.
yeah. It was true.
And then we were chasing for the rest of the day.
Is it the nerves? You know, is it nerves or
Oh.
is it just the fact like you can't get around? Like what do
Oh.
you think?
I mean, there's obviously like a few things. I think probably like my skill running into the water probably isn't the greatest. Like
Yeah.
I'll admit that. I think that's probably like as soon as I kind of like fell behind. I think it's hard to get around from there.
Yes.
Like it's just difficult. Like if you're in that position, you're in that position.
especially with the
And-
caliber of swimmers.
Yeah,
as
exactly.
well.
And everyone's swimming pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
Realistically, everyone's pretty well the same kind of in and around that area.
So
and
running into the water matters A lot.
It sets up a bit of a position.
It sets your position up.
You like you can get out of the fight because obviously you're all jumping in at the same time. There's arms flailing around. You're getting hit. You're getting knocked.
You just kind of slow each other down a bit as well, like in the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was kind of my swim came out in that second pack. Then pretty much we were 30 seconds or so.
It was basically 30 seconds for the first 4 laps.
4 laps.
And then after 4, it was 8 lap bike. And then from lap 4 to lap 8, it went from 30 seconds to a minute 10, I think,
15
or minute 15.
From that, yeah. So we'll get into Lockie's race later, but there was a break of 6 essentially, and then a big pack of, I think we had maybe 10 or so in our pack, or maybe a couple less. I'm not too sure. And then a couple packs behind.
There's a few smaller breaks.
Yeah, a few smaller packs behind, and then I just got off that, and I think probably 8 times up North Street cooked my legs on the run, and
it's just such a tough bike.
Started to fade in the run, and that was kind of hit really, but like a lot of guys kind of faded realistically in that run. Like it was pretty brutal.
The variation in running times was insane.
It was crazy. Like, and a lot of kind of good runners who just kind of suffered or like cramped up. Like that's obviously just due to the nature of the course. But it's anyway. We move on.
It is what it is, and
exactly.
Like we said
Keep churning away at it.
Like, onwards and upwards.
Learn for next time.
That's it.
Yeah.
Lockie, you did pretty well.
Yeah, I did on a lighter note.
Yeah.
No, I had my day on the weekend. 3rd overall and second Aussie. So, it was just a really good race for me. Essentially, I had a strong start. I was first to that first can. Led the first lap with Braden Mercer. So I was kind of, I guess, one of those guys with Braden and Jack Crome.
Pushing that pace.
Yeah, we were pushing that pace in the swim. And again, like when we talk about, sort of those allies, we've spoken about that quite a bit. Again, I know Braden Mercer and Jack Crome. I know their ability in the water. So I very much wanted to initiate a breakaway, and I speak about it a bit. That's my strength, the swim and bike. And we did just that. Mercer jumped in for the second lap, and I jumped on his feet. And he towed us around for that second lap. So we kind of looked back, and I think we established like a 6-7 person breakaway sort of from the swim. We looked back, and I think there was a little, 5 to 10 second gap. So I kind of ran up the beach and thought, like, this is it. If we're going to break, like, we're going to break them up here. Hit the first lap of the bike. We took the first 2 laps we took the first lap really strong. So like after 1 lap, we had 30 seconds, like a 30-second gap. So we initiated a break like really quickly. And I was obviously in that group of 6 that was up the front. And we just worked together really well. We were organised. We sort of rode the hill, I guess, sort of steady. So we didn't cook ourselves on the hill. So then we got down to the flat section. We just hit the flat section. Like I said, after the 4th lap, I feel like we kind of broke the spirit of that that chase group, and we just saw it. It went from a 30-second gap to a 45, 50-second gap, and then from 50 to 60, and then a minute 15 I think we had on the end. And I kind of thought, all right, like I felt really good running off the bike. I got off, and me and Brandon Copeland sort of initiated a gap straight away, and we had like a 40-meter break, I think it was, like straight away. So it was me and one other. Felt really good for about 4K. And then I hit the wall a little bit. I think on the video, I was speaking to my coach about it, and he was like, honestly, at the 4K, he was like, for the first 4K, I thought you were going to win. He was like, I thought you were going to win. Then all of a sudden the video came around and you weren't with him, and you were all the way back there, and he's like, I thought you were going to DNF. Like, I didn't think you were going to finish the race. So
that's DNF.
Did not finish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was like, I thought you were going to win, and then I thought you weren't going to finish the race
because I pass out.
Yeah. I had like a mouthful of gel, like the carb gel, and that just went straight to the side of my gut, and it just bad stitch. So from then I was just kind of fighting for the finish line. So I had Braden Mercer behind me, chasing me down, and we've spoken to him on the podcast before about how much of an animal he is, and he's the last person you want to be chasing you down with 5K to go. But I just remember sort of saying to myself, like, I will hate myself tomorrow if I fall up short. So put my head down and ran to a bronze medal. So.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's give him a little round of applause, mate.
Thank you.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, it was cool. It was a good race. So I think it's always tricky when, you know, I was obviously really happy with my race. But it's tough when like a lot of your mates are like maybe not so happy with theirs. So that is kind of the hard.
But that's racing. But like
it is. There's always
I might not be happy with my race, but I can say that I'm like.
But it's also because I think
Yeah.
because, you know, obviously like a couple of our other friends weren't too happy. Unfortunately, Jordan, he was one of our mates. He was sick the morning of. So one of our good friends, he was sick the morning of and couldn't even race. So, you know, when like you're so happy about it and your mates around you sort of are upset about theirs, because it is very much an individual sport. Like, you know, you're fixed on your own results. It kind of, you know, you want your mates to be happy, and when they're not satisfied with their results, it kind of is a little bit of a, I just want my mates to be happy.
This is a bit of a bummer.
But, that's racing though. You can't always be like stoked.
It's interesting what you said before. Something like you broke the spirit or something in the pack behind you. You said it's such a psychological thing, like going through this. So like Leighton, if you didn't make it out of the water in the time that you want, like that, then you know obviously sets you up for feeling disappointed from there, right?
Especially from the second pack that we were in, I think it's 10K run. Now I think we started to think, we got to run now.
Yeah, you got to run.
Yeah.
So, and we're all looking at each other. We got 10 other guys in this pack, and you've got another 4 times up this hill.
Yeah.
I think it very much quickly turned to, we got to run now, guys.
Now we've got to be selfish.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's just the dynamics of racing though, isn't it? Like, that probably happens a bit more often than not.
Yeah. Well, we kept saying it. We kept saying it amongst our group. We very much said, for this 40Ks, we're a team. Like this is our team of 6 right here. Like we'll focus on each other when it gets to the run, but this next 40Ks we're a team to get as far away from them as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And we did that really well.
So
100%. I think that again just sort of is a bit of a difference maker in these kind of races. So
yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, no, I guess that's my recap. I was pretty stoked with that. And
perspectives from the race, the exact same race, but 2 different
Quick question.
perspectives.
Actually, you said you had a stomach ache when you were running, right? It was a cramp.
I had a cramp up the side, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys ever get like a stomach ache where you feel like you're going to shit your pants when you're running?
No, I've had that. I'm assuming that you've had that.
Like all the time though. Is it normal?
I mean,
are you a doctor? Can you help me?
I mean, I've had that before, but it doesn't happen all the time.
What is it?
What have you like eaten before though?
I don't know. Probably just my usual like
vapes
meat
and
vapes. Vapes and spaghetti, bro. I don't know.
Not so much anymore.
Yeah. Is it a thing? Have you heard of this happening?
It's definitely a thing. I used to have
it.
Yeah, I used to have it quite a bit, but I can't really remember what. It just sort of went away.
You probably started eating well, like.
Yeah, I probably just took the sport.
Or maybe like your
Yeah.
guts just like no at the end. Oh, I'm running.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like this.
Just jumping around.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's completely unrelated to anything, but I just had to find out.
Just curious about your situation.
Right, exactly. Just want to bring it back to me.
Yeah. We've got a couple honourable mentions.
Yeah, well, maybe let's go through the podiums of what actually happened in Devonport.
Yeah.
So we'll go through the men. You can say Brendan Copeland.
And
then it was James Corbett.
Yep.
And then yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Then we can go to the women.
I think like with the men, like we kind of knew. I think Brando was always going to be around the mark. There as well.
100%.
Yeah, I think like James and myself, we could have done that, or we probably could have come like 20th. Like we probably haven't got those consistent results to show. But yeah, so that was the men, and then we got Rochelle Hill, Lauren Kerwick, Nicole Vanderkay.
Yeah,
Vanderkay?
In the women. Yeah.
Okay,
in the women. So they they podiumed in the women as well.
Yeah,
and
I think we've got to give a big shout out to Lauren Kerwick.
Yeah,
like,
I think that was probably
that was
athlete of the week.
As much as I'd love to take it, as much
she beat you anyway. She came second. She came third.
Well, I got second in Aussies. Yeah, I know. I'm not trying to take that away from her. That was one of those races where the heads turned. Like she made a statement.
Yeah.
Why is this so shocking?
She's never got a result like that before, and the nature of how she did it.
Yeah.
I guess she was in like, almost like a similar position to what Leighton was. She missed that front pack, so she missed the front pack.
Have been at that front pack,
and she's
a
front pack swimmer.
Yeah,
she's led
every day.
She's led out of the water.
She's led out of the water plenty of times at Devonport.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, she was like a minute 10 down. The chase pack that she was in was a minute 10 down. And then with about 1K to go, all of a sudden she was fighting with Rochelle Hill for the win.
Yeah, she just mowed them down.
It was an incredibly fast run time, 33 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. For a 10K and for a female.
Off that bike as well. Off a hard bike.
Yeah.
It was actually really, really impressive.
Yeah.
And to outrun someone like a Nicole Van who's
an Olympian.
Known for her run.
Yeah.
And like that's
she's podiumed on World Series, World Cups, like honestly,
very impressive.
Are you quite good friends with Loz?
Yeah,
You're both
I live with Loz.
Yeah.
So,
mate.
Shout out to Loz.
Yeah. See you at the dinner table.
yeah. I'll see you tonight.
So you know well. Do you have any theories as to why she came out with such a performance this time around?
I think she actually has just been like, obviously I live with her. She's just had her head down and she's just grinded training. She hasn't raced since May last year. But she's just obviously put in such consistent work.
Yeah.
Like,
she seems like she's enjoying it.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly right. And that's what she said. She's really like loving the sport right
she's
now.
She's sort of doing, I think a lot of us are, we're kind of just doing a little bit, we're kind of like a bit detached from the norm in triathlon. Like we're not a part of the, I guess the federation or any of the coaches. We're kind of got our own coaches. We're sort of got our own programs. We're doing our own thing. We're doing it by ourselves with our own support. And exactly. Loz is in the same situation, and like you said, she's just chipped away, worked hard, and she's enjoying herself, and the results show.
You probably saw, I know it's not much, but Burley Swim Run, which is a local event, you saw signs of this there.
Yeah.
So like, if Loz probably raced last year sometime at the back end of last year, you probably would have seen this coming a lot more.
Yeah.
But because she's kind of been ticking away quietly, doing her own thing, no one's really seen it. But I mean, it's a testament to what she's done, like work-wise. Like she's just put in the work, simple as.
We're going to see more of it.
100%,
hopefully she takes this
and runs with it.
She's got the confidence now, and she'll just kill it.
Yeah.
Did you guys meet through triathlon? Is that how you guys got together?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I thought it would be weird. Maybe she got inspired like I did and started doing it, and now she's killing it.
I've known Loz since I was like 14, I think, like through like New South Wales stuff.
Yeah.
She's been around forever, Loz, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone knows and loves Loz. So,
yeah. Nah, she'll kill it. Hopefully she takes just a bucket load of confidence from that and just runs with it. Honestly, like I can't really think of a girl that wasn't in that race either. Like, for us, there's sort of two key guys that weren't in that race in Matt Hauser and Luke Willian, but I can't think of a girl that wasn't in that race.
They're all pretty much
they were all there. So in terms of all the best Kiwis and all the best Aussies, they were all there, and she beat them all. So
awesome.
Like,
well done, Loz.
World champs, come on knocking. Like, I think Loz is our, based off that, our best elite woman right now.
Oh, we had Rochelle.
Well, she's under 23, so I'm talking about just for Wollongong. Give her an auto spot.
Yeah, put her name in the ring.
Auto spot for Wollongong.
Put it on the petition.
We'll head over to the juniors now. We'll just say the winners of these ones because obviously the juniors, they still got a lot of developing to do. So we'll just stick to the winners. Jack.
Yep, Jack Caldwell. I think we kind of
we actually mentioned, I don't know, because Jack Woodbury could have done it.
Oh yeah, true.
See,
someone named Jack was going to win.
Yeah, there was a Jack that was bound to win it.
Yeah.
But I think Jack just went and took his third title for the year. He's Australian Super Sprint champion, Australian Sprint champion, and now Oceania Sprint champion. So, like, I saw Jack. I bumped into him at the airport. I bumped into him on the race, and I said, "Mate, you're winning everything. Like, you're killing it.
Pretty unstoppable."
Yeah. Coached by James Sweeney at Western Sydney. So, shout out to James, shout out to Jack. They're doing something right, and he's come out firing, and he's killing it. He's got high hopes. He said in his post-race interview, he's like,
didn't want to just go to Worlds.
Not here to take part. I'm here to take over. I was like,
little Conor McGregor.
Yeah. He said Matt Hauser, but that's a Conor McGregor.
Yeah, it's Conor McGregor.
That's Conor McGregor. He's confident, and he should be.
Yeah, exactly right.
The women, I'm getting sick of talking about her. Aspen Anderson.
Yeah, but you can't not.
Yeah. She's just so good.
I think she's done the same. She's won everything.
She's won everything. So pretty cool that we've had both the same guy and the same girl win.
Yeah, just very dominant, I guess.
But yeah, Yeah, Aspen's the same. We've spoken about her so many times. She's going to be a freak for years to come now. She's our probably big hope for the women in the next couple of years at Olympics and World Champs. And again, she's just a rapid runner. Freak. Actually swimmer, biker, transition, everything. She can do everything. So that's Devonport. That's the big race for the first one.
For the Aussies,
Good job to everyone that race participated. It's not easy.
Getting up that hill
like four times for the juniors, 8 times for the elites. Like that's no easy feat. So anybody that was there, good job. Anybody that said hi or cheered us on for the pod, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Keep listening.
Yeah. Next up, we got some more racing this week. We got I think this is potentially the future of triathlon, this race. So there's, I don't want to get it wrong. Levine,
it's French.
So a French race. It's a World Cup. So it's one of the big ones. It's an indoor triathlon.
Oh.
So it's in a stadium.
Yep.
Which I think that is essentially the missing part of triathlon. You go to a footy game, you go to any sort of stadium, but is a seated crowd where a crowd can just pay an entry ticket, go sit in a stand and just watch.
And watch it all, though.
And watch the whole thing, not have to move around the course.
Was it Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast? They had seated tickets, but it was just on the finish line.
Finish line and transition. So you can't see everything.
Boring.
Yeah, it's the boring part.
So wait, do they just have you running around the stadium?
They have a pool in the middle of the stadium.
25 metre.
25, is it?
25 metre.
So 25 metre pool.
Yeah.
And then they have a athletics track pretty much looping around the pool.
So has this been a place that's been built specifically for this?
Or is it an indoor track that they've added a pool to?
I think it is an indoor track that they've added a pool to.
Yeah, okay.
And so
technically, yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Technically,
Because they've added...
They have, you're right.
Okay.
And then they have the running track, which they ride on, and then they run on the run track. So they just like loop around the pool for... I don't actually know the distance. It's only really short.
It's a super sprint. So it's a really short, sort of 20-minute, like real fast-paced race. I honestly think this could be one of the answers to how to innovate. Innovate the sport, better viewership. More eyes on it. I think
it's like the Big Bash or something like that. They have the Big Bash in comparison to the test. Like, it's just more exciting. You could have like people in their cheerleaders and stuff.
Beer
just making
stands,
it a thing.
like people just getting on the piss in the stadium. That's
making it more of a carnival kind of experience. Rather
have activations going on. They got the lights and stuff. It's a very indoor sort of like theatrical environment, which is super exciting. I think there's a few little tweaks. Like the bike course for me is a bit boring. You're just riding around in a circle.
Yeah, well, this is what I was going to say. Like, wouldn't you get, as the competitors, like quite bored with that? Because you just said you don't like to run inside.
Yeah, it's just...
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's different when you're racing. So you can kind of put up with it there. But I think if you can somehow have like an extension, maybe make a 600 meter track.
out of the ground.
Yeah,
out of the stadium. Do like some kind of little technical area, and they still have it on the big screen. And then you could come back in and
even look at like the track in Cardiff. Yeah, the Maindy what is it, velodrome. Yeah, they've got that little sort of in the middle section, but then I guess you just need room to put a pool in.
Yeah.
How about like stationary bikes that are really high tech?
They have that.
They have that.
High tech.
I think that's so boring.
I don't know,
that's
but you got a
say.
screen maybe in front of you.
Yeah, they do have that.
So they already have like e-triathlon, like Super League. What is it? E-tri.
Yeah, Super League e-tri.
And I just think that's just kind
I think
of
it's
rubbish.
so boring.
Because like you can swim in a pool, great. Like you're swimming, but then on a bike, it's just then the amount of power that you can ride compared to me, essentially.
Yeah.
So
you're then just watching them just sitting still
on the bike.
I don't know. There's got to be something cool.
And then running on a treadmill.
Yeah, no, you don't want that.
Like,
you don't want running on a treadmill.
Well, no, but
the
that's
bike
what they do.
thing, I don't know. There's got to be something.
No, they do have a screen with like the cartoon characters riding around.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, I don't know.
But
big like Mario Kart screen in the
because it takes away they're not going to crash.
The technical ability.
Again, you don't want to see anybody getting hurt or injured, but like a crash is pretty exciting.
But that's why I like fights in sport, crashes in sport.
But like you want to see someone who can actually like whip around a bend pretty quick.
It takes the skill aspect out of it completely.
Yes.
There's no skill in sitting on an indoor trainer.
No. Yeah, it's just that power in your legs.
Hard,
really, that's it. Yeah, it's not about balance or anything else.
But I definitely think it is headed in the direction of innovating our sport.
Stadium sports,
Stadium sports.
Crowd.
And again, Commonwealth Games, the triathlon was cancelled and taken out because it's not a stadium sport.
Yeah, exactly right. But then they have the argument, it comes up every Olympics. Oh, we're going to take out the Olympic triathlon.
The Olympic distance.
Olympic distance, yeah. And I mean, it's kind of fair enough because it's 2 hours of racing.
Even we get bored watching it sometimes.
Yeah, like 40K on a bike can just be so boring.
Especially when it comes together. If it comes together, we're just watching them roll around for an hour.
Yeah, and then, they come off and run 10K.
And we're the only sport that's not really like innovating. I guess we're not innovative. It's not changing. We're not evolving. We're not.
And like you see something like rugby, you have men's 15, which is obviously the big thing with like Rugby World Cup. The tradition. Then you have the sevens, which is the fast pace, bit more party atmosphere kind of thing, like where they all go dress up as bananas in Hong Kong, or whatever they do. But that's a bit more exciting because you can see like, I don't know how many games a day. Let's say there's 10 games of sevens a day.
Yeah, they roll through them.
Yeah, and they roll straight away. Bang, 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 bang. Men, women.
Yeah.
And that's essentially, I guess, what they're doing here in Levine. Like, straight away, like heat, semis, finals. And it's, you see however many triathlons.
Yeah, you're watching multiple races.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool to see, 10 triathlons in a day rather than one. You see this guy might be winning the first one and then it changes completely. There's a breakaway in the next one. And stuff like that.
And maybe you guys don't even need that extra like bike track if it is a stadium situation because the atmosphere would be
if
epic,
it works,
right?
it works. If it works, we don't need to change it.
Especially if you're pretty close to each other and it's kind of small and you're just whipping around this track. Could get pretty hectic.
It could
crash.
Yeah. I think there definitely has been a crash. This has been going on for a couple of years, so it could be. Timu.
Yeah. whose thing's going off? Turn your sound off. God damn it.
God, Timu's emailing me.
Episode was 7, 8, what are we?
9
and you can't get this figured out.
All right, so we'll give our predictions for that. I think we've both got pretty similar predictions. I'll go mine first. So I got Hayden Wild winning it. So Hayden Wild, again, no brainer. Friend of the pod, Hayden Wild. I forgot about that. I got Hayden Wild winning it. For me, it's a bit of a no-brainer. He's just too good. He's fast. Vettel Thorn. I got Vettel Thorn coming second. The Norwegian. He won it last year. So I can't see, other than Hayden, I can't see anybody beating him. And then Yannis Seguin, the Frenchie. Young, I think he's 22, I think 23. He got some pretty big World Cup results last year. He's just getting better every year. So I got him coming third.
Cool.
What about you?
I've got Hayden Wild. I think he's hard to go past in this one. Just too good. Then we have Henry Graf, who's the German that, anchored that X-Team relay the other day.
Yeah, I did notice him, but I just,
I think he can do some big things. And then I've got Chase McQueen. He races the Super League a lot, so I think
he's not running. He's not running quick.
I think maybe he could, I don't know, do something. So that's my little change up in predictions.
Might be a bit of a surprise.
How does he go in the Super League?
I don't think the greatest.
Yeah, he's not good. He's not. Okay, you've got some weird predictions. Chase is a great swimmer. I'll give it to him. Great swimmer, but he's not running as quick. He's not running quick. He doesn't run quick. He's not no runner.
The end.
Yeah, that's it. The women. You go.
Okay, I've got Cassandra Beaugrand.
Okay.
I think she's just going to be hard to beat.
World champion, Olympic champion.
French in a French
field. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. At home. Big home crowd support.
Okay. Yep.
And then I have Laura Lindemann. Mm-hmm. She's hard to go past, always.
Yeah.
And then Emma Lombardi, another French girl.
Okay. So we got very similar. Yeah. I have the same, but I have Laura Lindemann winning. Her sprint finish. This is obviously going to be a quick race, and her sprint finish, it won the Germans the Olympic relay title.
Oh yeah. True.
She won this race last year in a sprint finish. She's just got some serious gas. So I got her winning it. Then I got Cassandra coming second and Emma Lombardi third. So we just changed our first and seconds around.
Ooh.
Still, we've seen these last few races. You
have to get spot on.
You have to get them spot on, and like
you're in the suit.
Yeah,
because it is World Cup.
It is a World Cup.
Oh,
damn.
Have you washed your suit yet?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't actually washed mine.
Oh no.
Well, because yeah, man.
Rough.
I shouldn't have mentioned it. No, yeah, I can come in next week.
I'm gonna watch it. I just haven't had a chance yet.
Sure.
I've been busy.
Unorganised.
I've been busy.
Thought it was your lucky suit now. You're just never going to wash it.
Yeah, it is. I'm
again.
never washing it. It's going to have that salty Devonport water on it.
At least that's not too bad. Devonport water
better
is
than the Malaysian
fresh.
one.
Yeah.
And we've actually got another big race. One more. Last thing we're going to talk about. Geelong 70.3.
Yeah, that's actually, it's a big one because it's a Ironman Pro Series race. So they've integrated this new series, Ironman.
Yeah.
So it's got more prize money. It's obviously then attracted bigger guys to come and race.
How much prize money?
Ooh, I'm not actually too sure.
What's the normal amount of prize money? It's nothing, right?
I mean, I got $600 for coming third on the weekend.
Oh my God.
I know. They were taking the piss with that
that's
prize
a bit
money.
of a joke, yeah.
Like,
that's
like
terrible.
an Oceania Championship race, Brandon Copeland winning, big result,
but the
$900.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Shocking.
the $600 that you won was paid by yourself, $200 for entry.
Yeah,
me,
$200.
and another mate.
Yeah, $200 entry. So really, I'm walking away with $400.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, I'm walking away with nothing because I paid the airfares to get there, the accommodation to stay there, the food to eat while I'm there, like all the equipment, like the race entry. Like I'm coming out of pocket. Like you're not making.
You're actually losing money.
No, you are. You're losing money.
Yeah.
You're not making money from these races. Like you're not making money from those.
Yeah,
races. It's a joke. It's a piss take. We gotta sort that shit out. Yeah, it is.
It's a lot more than $900 for an Oceania Champs.
It's a lot more than $900.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's what comes with like a big corporation, though.
Yeah, no, but I mean, World Triathlon's a big corporation. And then it was a World Triathlon, so I don't know. We're not going to get in that conversation, but yeah, it's this is definitely the start of seeing the short course guys go long. Like we're seeing. I mean, I think every single person, other than one, like my podium picks for this, I think one person has been a long course athlete from the start.
Yeah.
Everybody else is sort of integrated.
Yeah, it's definitely changing kind of dynamic in that long course, like middle distance kind of field now, especially for the T100. And as you said, like it's probably most likely Olympics has been and done, so that's not like a little carrot on the end of the stick. So they've got another 4 years to another Olympics. And
we can have a bit of fun for the next year or so.
And it's $900 to go race in Devonport. Yeah. Where, you know,
you can go here and make a lot more.
Yeah, go and make. I think it might be. It's like 25.
Yeah, it's something like 25 grand.
Oh, that's
which
good.
is like
that's better.
Yeah, and they pay for a bit of it too. Like I think Ironman pays some of the top guys to do it. So I was actually speaking to Sophie Malawicki about this on the weekend, and Sophie's an Australian triathlete and she dabbles in a bit of both. And for her, she sort of said, yeah, I can pick and choose my races freely because there's no real selection policy. I can pick and choose, and you get paid so well that she can come to a short course race like the one on the weekend and not really feel the pressure of I have to perform here because I need to make money because it's she's making money elsewhere
on the
other races. And again, if this doesn't work, then that's fine. I'll just go do another 70.3 and I'll just make up for it.
Make the money.
Make the money back. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I think we're definitely going to see
transition into the long course.
Like we are.
Let's start off with your podium. I think it's pretty similar.
Yeah, podium prediction for the men. You got Yella Gaines, world champion. He's training the house down. Yeah. We're lucky enough to train with such a champion. And also just a good bloke. Yella Gaines, the Belgium.
Yep.
I got him winning. I got Matty Hauser second.
Yeah.
That one's tough. His first one.
Yeah, he's never raced,
but he's just a phenomenal athlete and he just got second at a World Series, so I just couldn't.
Hard to write off.
Yeah, hard to write off.
Yeah.
And I got a bit of a outsider here. Cam Main, British athlete, was a short course athlete too. He's got a couple pretty good results in World Cups and European Cups, so he's definitely a good short course athlete, but I think looking at the way he races and trains, he's sort of a bit more built for the 70.3 distance. He's been in Western Australia. He's been in Perth training for the last couple of months now. So he's climatized to the heat a bit. He hasn't been training in the British winter.
Yeah.
And I've just seen the mileage he's been putting in. He's been putting in some serious mileage. So Cam Main, I got him come third.
Cool. Mine's similar. I've got slightly different. I've got Yellow Gaines.
Yeah.
I think too hard to go past.
I hate him wild.
Win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like world champion, you can't ever write him off. I think he deserves to be our number one. Then I have Kenji Nina. I thought I'll dabble in a little bit of a rogue one.
Yours are always rogue.
Yeah. I like to throw in something different. Kenji Nina.
I mean, it's not like he's that rogue. He's been to an Olympics, like two Olympics now. He's phenomenal. He's one of the best in the world. Like he's one of the best in the world. So it's not that rogue. No, it isn't. But he hasn't got that like sort of cemented result.
No, in a 70.3 yet. But I think he raced in Bustleton, that WA one. I don't know whether he finished.
He did that great.
Yeah, but I think what he does with the Norwegians is that method, isn't he?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like the Norwegian method. It's like all this very much threshold, lactate.
Could be some other stuff.
Why are you talking about lactating?
For fuck's sake.
Come on, people don't know this. What are you saying?
Lactate that your muscles.
Lactate acid. Lactic acid.
Oh, lactic acid in your muscles.
They do a lot of testing around that, the production of it, how to
flush it out of the system efficiently.
It naturally,
really scientific.
Well,
there's some suspicions.
Oh. No, is there?
Oh, come on, don't act like this. Don't act like everyone's had their suspicions. We're not going to get into that though because innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, no, we won't get into that today. I still need more information on Norwegians, but we'll talk about it later. That's fine.
I've got Yellow Gaines, Kenji Nina, and Matt Hauser in third. I think, he hasn't done one, but I think it's hard to go past when you're coming second consistent or doing well consistently at that WTCS level. Yeah,
for sure.
For the women.
The women, again, that was a pretty tricky one. I think we've got very different women ones.
We do.
I got Nat Van Coverdon winning.
So she's going a short course.
Yeah, I've gone a short course athlete again. She made the transition a year ago now, sort of towards the end of last year, I guess. And she just looks like she's been training the house down. Consistent work, sort of stopped racing a bit last year and just focused on training. So another really good short course athlete that I think could do pretty well. Grace Tech. Is it Tech? I think it's Tech. I think it's spelled like that, but I think it's Tech.
Yeah.
Anyway, Grace, second place for me. She's got some pretty good Ironman results and 7.3 results in the past. So I got her coming second. And Milan Agnew, again, kind of new. She's dabbled in a bit of 70.3 stuff before and some challenge races. Yeah, she did Sunny Coast win. So she's a really good runner. And I think kind of looking at, she's coming off an injury, which worries me a little bit, but really good runner. So with this field, I think she could do some damage and run herself into a third place, regardless.
Cool. So I've gone Regan Hollyoak. Yes. She was the woman that won in New Zealand the other day, the Ironman.
Oh,
the new one that I said?
I didn't know that. Wish you told me that.
Yeah, well, I kept that under wraps.
This is where your Ironman knowledge is coming out over me because I don't know that.
So I've picked her as the winner because I just think she's probably in like this. I mean,
she just won. 2 weeks ago. Oh,
but whether she's a bit fatigued, I'm not too sure. I mean, an Ironman's a long way to go. And then I have Henna Berry / Wells. She was formerly known as Henna Wells.
Again, I didn't know that.
That's why you got confused. Like, who's that? Yeah. I think she got married. And then I have Grace Tech as well, or Tech.
At least I got one of them.
So I guess we'll see. That's our...
You've gone all long course girls then?
Yeah, I've gone more of a long course female kind of way rather than the short course girls coming into long course.
God, this is gonna be tricky.
Yeah, it will be. We don't know how it's gonna. These guys are going to transition. Really,
I'm gonna have to brush up on my long course knowledge.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to wear a suit a lot.
Yeah, let's say start trying on a suit now.
Really get my measurements in.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well that's too long. That's again we've had a lot. This is probably gonna be a longer episode than usual. We usually try to keep it around 45 minutes, but we didn't do a podcast last week, so just a lot to cover.
We need to talk more.
We need to talk more.
Well,
unfortunately.
Well, I really think actually we should just end on a very important note. And I don't know if you want to talk about this because you haven't mentioned it yet, but you came off your bike, Lockie.
I did, yeah.
I want to hear it. You had an accident. Is that what and it was really weird because I was like, I messaged you guys. I'm like, Lockie, I heard you've been injured.
Yeah.
And you just ghosted me and you just didn't write back. And I was
angry.
Like, oh,
he was very angry, boy.
Why is that and what happened?
I think, well, firstly, I was doing a training ride on Monday last week. So obviously leading into the race and coming off the cyclone, obviously you can see there's just debris and trees and sticks and whatnot all over the roads, all over everywhere. I was doing my efforts, so I was going pretty quick, and there was a tree on the bike lane, and I moved out into the middle of the road. Obviously, tried to do the safe thing, signaled, looked back, thought it was clear, went around the tree, and just as I went around the tree, a car sort of came and just sort of sideswiped me a little bit, knocked me back into the tree, and my bike got caught up in the tree, and I kept moving forward at 45k an hour. So
shit.
Yeah, hit the road pretty hard. I think luckily it was wet, so I did just sort of slide instead of hitting the road and so I guess copping a lot of the impact.
Yeah. Did you come off sideways, or you like fly over the handlebars?
I came off sideways, and I essentially almost like did a spin straight onto my back. So I did hit the back of my head really hard. Like my helmet was completely smashed and had a really bad headache for 36 hours. So
wow.
Yeah, I had to get some head scans and I guess go through some like concussion protocols and just to make sure I was okay. My body was luckily, there's a couple scratches, and it was more just the whiplash the following days where my muscles were just so sore from the impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was lucky with the scrapes and bruises, but I think for me as an athlete, when something like that goes wrong, and it happened instantly. As soon as I got up and I was on the road, I grabbed my bike, and my first thought was, is my bike okay? I need it to race this weekend. Like, wow. It's not. Yeah. I don't know.
Your adrenaline's pumping. Right?
Yeah, I'm very much there thinking about, oh shit, I've got to be okay for the race. Like, I'm racing this weekend. This is big. The last 5 months has essentially been dedicated to doing well for racing. So that's where your initial thought goes. And I guess I did, and like the support I had, and I guess the people that reached out to see if I was okay, like, firstly, thank you very much to everyone that did reach out to me. It really meant a lot. But I almost tried to just put it in the back of my mind and sort of go, it didn't happen. I'm fine. It's fine. My bike's fine. Everything's fine. We're racing. So just forget about it almost. And yeah, I did snub quite a few people, and I did not. Yeah, sorry.
I was like, oh my God, what's happened?
Sorry. It's just very much, we're so focused on this, and this is everything to me. Like I dedicate so much time and energy and effort and emotion into doing well. That when something like that happens,
can be like literally a split second like that of 5 months of training
taken away,
gone.
5 days before.
If you broke something,
you
were
then
lucky.
Yeah, I was very lucky.
Lucky.
Yeah, I was very lucky. So I think that's why it was funny. Like even yesterday when we got back, it was sort of the first time, I guess, because after we finished the race, you're around everyone, like everyone's sort of talking, and we went back to our rooms where we're staying with people, and like you're surrounded by people. The next morning we're in the airport, we're flying, we're surrounded by people. 3 a.m. Yeah, 3 a.m. So we're surrounded by people all the time, and it wasn't until I got home, and I remember I like got home and I put my bag in, I sort of sat down and I got a little bit emotional almost. Like I was like, holy shit, like this has been, we had a cyclone the week before, and then I had that incident, and to be able to, I guess, put that all to the side and like still go and be able to not even get the result, just to be able to race. It's like, I just love racing so much. I love the sport so much, and win, lose or draw, like I just love it. So
and you didn't get hurt. And did they tell you that you could race, or no?
No, they didn't. They did advise me not to race. I was sort of, they did get the scan and say like, look, they didn't say it was anything too bad.
Yeah, but just in case, like, don't race.
They sort of did say, look, like 5 days after an incident like that is probably not ideal.
They always edge on the side of caution.
I think they're edging on the side, and I was telling myself that. But yeah, they did sort of say, we advise you not to race.
So you don't have to take the advice.
No, it's more just doctor's advice. So
Yeah.
I sort of took that advice and then like half an hour.
Not specific like triathlete.
No. They were
doctor.
doctor's advice, and
Gotcha.
so I took that advice and went out for a 2-hour ride.
Yep.
Half an hour after.
And I think a very important question: did the car that hit you stop?
He did not stop. No.
Do you know it was a dude or? You don't know who it was?
It did not stop.
You don't know. So you have no idea who, like, what it was.
No.
What kind of car was it? Let's figure
It was
that.
a black Defender.
It was a black Defender.
Which is really cool because I love black Defenders.
And
They're so cool.
What area was it?
I was on Bermuda Street.
Bermuda Street.
Yeah, the tree's still there. I rode past it this morning. I had a bit of PTSD.
Okay, so we're sending out a message now. We're looking for a black Defender.
Yeah, I mean, thank you to.
We're gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
We're gonna come after you.
He's gonna
hit me again.
Just come after you again.
Yeah, I mean, luckily enough, there were 5 other cars that all stopped and were like,
good.
holy shit, like that
Maybe
was wild.
Maybe he didn't notice. Is that possible?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not. I don't. I still think 5 seconds of patience to maybe go a little bit wider, or it's never.
Obviously, yeah.
It's funny because I don't think cars ever realize like the damage that they are causing. Like they see us as cyclists. They don't see us as a human being sometimes, which is a little bit sad.
Get all a bit too angry about.
Well, people do have issues with cyclists, right? Like issues. What are you getting a phone call?
Yeah, you're on the pod.
Why didn't you?
I can.
Yeah, get him.
I feel like he wants that so bad though.
Toby, mate, you're on the pod. What do you want to say?
Fuck, I'm on the pod, am I?
Mate, I knew exactly what he knew we were on the pod.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna call him now.
I didn't know.
Big fan, are you?
Big fan of the pod, as always. Well done for the weekend.
Oh, that's to Lucky.
It's to you as well.
Oh,
And Layden.
Thanks, guys.
I was going in numerical order.
Well, I'll call you back.
Yeah. Call me.
See you, lad.
He didn't give us the rap that Falco did.
Thanks, Toby.
We're cutting that out. What the fuck was the effort there?
Stays in. No, yeah, people hate cyclists. That was
they definitely do. And again, like we said, I think they they don't see us as human beings. Sometimes it's very much like I gotta
get off the road.
Well,
and it's like their space or whatever, which is bullshit because it's an obvious bike lane.
Yeah. It was I couldn't help that there was a tree there.
Yeah,
I'm still trying to ride. It's like I then got to go home to my mum with a smashed in helmet, which could have been my head, and torn skin. And
were you wearing like a tight
like a
tri-suit as well? Yeah. So it's not like you have a lot of protection.
There's
and
other than our helmet, we've got no protection.
These people don't think that you're just a human on a bike. You're a squishy bag of bones.
There's serious
metal.
injuries. We've seen serious injuries come of it. There's there's obviously deaths. Like people died from getting hit by cars.
It's one of those risks that come with, I guess, the sport.
Yeah, and you were going 50 Ks an hour.
Yeah,
50 K an hour.
Trust me, that hurts.
Quick.
Like, I've been hit by cars before. It's
not fun.
How many times have you been hit by cars?
I mean, I had one pretty bad one a couple of years ago.
On the bike as well.
I got no memory of it. Just woke up in the back of an ambulance.
Shit.
Yeah, I've got a cool scar to come with it.
Oh, is that what that thing on
is there? Yeah, it was pretty gross. That was
pretty gross.
I remember waking up in the back of the ambulance and I looked at myself. I was like, I'm fine. Like, what's gone wrong? She's like, do you really want to know? I was like, yeah, show me. Took a photo of it and I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that would actually make me sick.
Did you break your jaw? Or just a big cut?
Nah, I had a lot of missing teeth though. Yeah, I got some veneers now, which is pretty cool. But
gnarly,
pearly whites. I did have to pay for them. They were cheap. Insurance paid for them actually. But I've had quite a few. Starting to think it could be my fault. But
fucking cyclists.
Do we have any messages maybe we want to give out as a final note to people on the road who are driving and you're cycling along?
I guess all it takes is 5 seconds of patience really, and it is. I'd rather you not gamble that 5 seconds of patience on my life. Like we've had so many instances where people have died, serious injuries. Like I'm lucky that I've come away with just scrapes and bruises, but it can end a lot worse. So. Yeah, nice. Don't gamble with our lives, I guess.
Oh, yeah. That was well said.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect way to end.
Boom. Alrighty. That is the end of episode 7.
Yep.
Well done. You did it.
Got it, baby. That is the end of episode 7. Again, thank you for having us in your ear holes. Hopefully you're going to be there for I don't know where I was going with that. Another couple episodes.
For the rest of
more.
time.
Yeah,
Forever and ever.
I'm not putting a limit on our episodes.
No,
We'll just keep going until we're done.
We are.
Do you want to follow us on?
Yes.
This is your job.
Socials. That's right. My one job.
Your one job.
Our socials are the Unfunded Pod. We have the TikTok. I actually still haven't updated it. I'm very bad. I'm naughty. But I will update that.
Still not on TikTok though.
You need to get on TikTok. It's where it's at. What's that? Our email address is the unfundedpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, hit us up if you've got some suggestions or you love us or whatever.
Yeah. You don't say that you hate us though, because
no.
Lockie's sensitive.
I'll get sad.
Send messages of
I have
well
a boo-boo
wishes.
on my heart.
That
was too much.
Send a nice get well card to Lockie. I'm sure he'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, only if there's money in it.
Oh.
Shaking that thing.
It's money.
Shaking that. Nah, nothing in that.
That's good. That's divided by 3. Sent to the
Not
pod.
if it's in my name.
Okay, bye.
Bye.